This month, some books were read and some pimples were got. Let's talk about it. Talk about the books, not the pimples. The first book I read in October was A Conjuring of Light. It's the third book in the A Darker Shade of Magic series. I'm not going to give the premise because I don't want to give spoilers. I loved it. This series is one of my all-time favorite series now, and as such, it has a cute little display on the shelf back there, as it should. I think this is a series that I will go back and reread over and over. I'm not typically someone who reads books over and over again, so I feel like that's a big compliment. The second book I read in October was Sunrise on the Reaping. I finally got a hold for it at the library. It is my all-time favorite Hunger Games book now. The third book I read in October was The Outlaw Witch of Sherwood. The Outlaw Witch of Sherwood is by Brittany Hanson, an indie author. This book is a gender-bent Robin Hood, and it's about Locksley's princess Renna. Renna has to flee to Sherwood Forest after her forbidden blood magic gets found out, except when Renna gets to Sherwood Forest, she finds out that it's nothing like what she was taught. It took me a second to get into this world. It felt like it was a little slower pace in the beginning, but it picked up towards the middle, and after that I was completely invested. Now I'm disappointed because it's only book 1, and that means book 2 hasn't come out yet. The fourth book I read this month is Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews. Don't Let the Forest In is about Andrew, his twin sister Dove, who's weirdly keeping him at a distance this school year, and Andrew's best friend Thomas. Andrew is a natural storyteller, and Thomas loves bringing to life what Andrew writes about through drawings. Except now these drawings are actually coming to life in a forbidden forest near their school, Wickwood Academy. I'm just gonna say it, I read this in one sitting. I ate it up. 5 stars. I immediately went out and bought Hazelthorn, C.G. Drew's newest release, and I am so excited to read it. Heads up, if you do plan on reading this, it is an ambiguous ending, so if you're not into those, maybe don't pick it up, but if you're open to those, I highly recommend. The fifth book I read this month is Skip and Loafer. After reading some spooky-ish books and some longer books, I needed just a light manga, and this was perfect. Skip and Loafer is about Mitsumi. Mitsumi is going to high school in Tokyo this year, which is a big difference from Mitsumi's small town school that she's always gone to. Mitsumi has the book smarts, but she quickly finds out how unprepared she is for big city life. This is another I read it in one sitting reads. I feel like whenever I need a palate cleanser, I always turn to a romance manga. I love that I can read them in one sitting and they're light. I can get into it super fast. There's not typically a whole lot of world building, and I'm disappointed I don't have the second volume. The sixth book I read in October is A Tempest of Tea. A Tempest of Tea is about Arthie Casimir. Arthie runs a tea room by day, an illegal bloodhouse for vampires at night. Arthie's establishment and everything she's worked for gets threatened, and she's not going to stand for it. Arthie has a plan, and to see it through, Arthie calls on the most skilled people in the city to help her. When you bring the most skilled people together, you just so happen to have a group of misfits. I had high expectations for this book. I was eyeing this book for a very long time, and I was a little disappointed when reading it. I feel like it's more my fault than anything for having an expectation of how good the book would be. This is one of those instances where I borrowed the book from the library and I thought I would love it so much that I would want to put it on my shelf, but in this circumstance, I'm glad I rented it from the library and didn't buy it. Book 2 of this series recently released, and I don't think I'm gonna pick it up, and that's okay. The last book I read in October is Immortal Dark. Immortal Dark is about Ki-Don. Ki-Don has a missing sister and suspects one vampire in particular and has to go to an elite school to basically confront the guy. If you're wondering if this book is worth the hype, it absolutely is, and I don't think it even gets enough, so I'm adding my voice out there into the hype, recommending this book if you're into fantasy. I am absolutely going to read book 2. It comes out tomorrow. What books have you read recently? I just started Two Twisted Crowns. It's been a long time coming, I know. As always, thank you for commenting and sharing. I'm happy you're here. All right, see ya.